Fulton is a city in the western part of Oswego County, New York, in the United States of America. The city is named after Robert Fulton, inventor of the steamboat.
My name is John Johnson, and I'm going to tell you a bit about our building here. It was built between 1912 and 1915, just prior to World War I. The two-story structure is done in what's known as a Greek Revival style, and it features a 6-part colonnade of Doric columns, all carved out of limestone. And in 1942, we were able to hire a very talented artist with the WPA to paint a mural in the lobby.
I have lived here in this home for a very long time. Why, in fact, it is only my family that has ever lived here. 3 generations. And we were lucky enough to have the Friends of History buy it and turn it into the museum you see here today.
A library is not only a place to store and read books. A modern library is also a place to try new ideas. 100 years ago, many young people wanted to learn how to act in polite society, and the youth of Fulton were no exception. It seems there was a certain Miss Foster, probably a scion of the cutlery manufacturing family, who offered to teach proper etiquette twice a week at the library to educate the youth of Fulton about the basics of good manners.
Mr. Phillips, what else?
Good table manners. Always pull out a chair for the lady. Keep your elbows off the table. Know your utensils and how to use them.
That's all for today, boys and girls. Now ready? Stand.
Stand.
Positions.
Positions.
Fold. Move.
When I bought this house, it was owned from my cousin, General Lee. He was a Union cavalry officer during the Great Rebellion. His name became associated with our local hospital, Lee Memorial.
This stop will be a bit more informal than the rest of the program, in which we would welcome some audience participation here. On either side of me, I have representations of some of the wars that the residents of Fulton fought and in some cases died in. There's Guilford Dudley Mace from the 147th New York Volunteer Infantry Regiment, who died on July 1st, 1863, at the Battle of Gettysburg. And even though he has a gravestone over in Mount Etna, he's actually buried in the National Cemetery at Gettysburg. So begins one version of the memory shared by thousands of Fultonians. The place was magic. It was a part of Fulton that will live forever in the minds of those who experienced it. Now, this brings us to the end of our tour.
It was a great experience. I would love to do another one of these. If we do it next year, I'd love to do it next year.
It was a terrific experience to share Fulton's history.
For me to be able to put something together to highlight our Fulton history has just been a real dream come true.
This was a natural extension, and when we got the grant, I was like, yes, I want to be on this Living History Tour committee.
It's been a fantastic experience. Fulton Block Builders was so glad to write the grant. This was Jim Papaya's brainchild.